Listen, before I get started, before I say what I got to say to you, Miss Girl, don't take every piece of advice, everything you look at externally, like on YouTube, self-help books, all that kind of stuff, this video, what I'm about to say, anything, don't take it 100% to heart. Because remember that you know you. You are you. You live in your body. Okay, you know what you think, you know what you feel, you know what you're going through, you know your circumstances, you know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, you know everything going on in your own life. And there's no video, there's no book, there's nothing that's going to have all the answers. Some of the answers are going to exist inside of you. Some of the answers are going to exist inside your friends, your parents. They're going to be inside of some strangers. Pick things from all over and let what applies apply, let what doesn't fly. It's your life. But I just wanted to talk to the girls who about to turn 30. If you're in your late 20s, okay, if you just entered your mid 20s, even if you just hit 20, let's talk about what you need to know before you turn 30, which includes what I just said. You need to know that not everybody has I'm not gonna have the answers for you. Not everybody on the internet's gonna have the answers for you. You need to trust yourself a little bit more, girl. But let's just have this chat, me and you, us girls. I wish I wasn't doing it like this. This is how I stream and stuff. Not the ideal setup, but I kind of just wanted to film this video really quickly because it is 2026. It's January 1st when I'm recording this. Welcome to 2026. This is the year that I turned 31. My birthday's in March. I've lived nearly 31 years of life, so I know things, but I don't know everything. And you don't have to know everything either. Here is something that I think you should do. This is my personal opinion. I think you should experience life when you can, when the opportunities present itself. I'm never gonna tell you that you don't need to rest when you need to rest. I'm never gonna tell you that if you want to take that nap, not to take that nap. Girl, roll over, get cozy, put you on some YouTube video, put you on a movie, take that nap, girl. Rest when you can, okay? I don't like that I'm asleep when I'm dead stuff. Nope, no. My body needs sleep now. Okay, I need me a nap. I need me some rest. Obviously, there's a scary big world out there. There's an amazing world out there. There's a harsh world out there. There is a cold world out there. It's all of those things. But look, what did that light-skinned man say on Moment for Life? He said, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. You are alive. If you're sitting here watching this, you are alive. And I'm not telling you to be grateful for that. I'm not telling you how to feel about that. Even a little silver lining is enough to get you through the day. And we got to look for our silver linings when we can, especially when you're a girl with the depresso. Okay? If you got the depresso, you know what I'm talking about. Look, experience things while you can. If you ain't never been to the club, girl, go to the club. Get you and your friends together, go to the club and shake some ass for a real one. That's me. I'm the real one. You know what I mean? If that's not your zhuzh, if there's a party you want to go to, a girl, a boy you want to holla at, shoot your shot. Experience things while you can. One time when I was 18 or 19, I think I was 19, Beyonce did a performance at the VMAs 2014. So I was like 19. And I had a ticket, but to be in like the crowd, I forget what it's called, like the kind of like the mosh pit. It's not a really hard thing to do. You go on oneiota.com, you can apply to do all of those things. There's all the Saturday Night Live. Yeah, I think they have SNL on there. Or maybe it's like Jimmy Kimmel, like you could apply to all those things. Okay. It's like you go try to see if you get a ticket, you go. And I've done several of those things, but only I got one for the 2014 VMAs. Like my sister didn't get one or whatever. I was too scared and I missed seeing Beyonce, and I still haven't seen Beyonce, and that hurts me. I'm sorry for messing with my hair. You know what? Maybe I can just get it out of the way and I won't mess with it. I'm just messing with it because it's a little, I don't know today. I'm not feeling it though. Anyway, girl, experience life when you can. Book that flight, go on that trip. Oh, I don't know. Just do it. Just experience things. Hang out with your friends. But know that you don't have to rush certain things in your life, certain milestones. You do things at the pace that you feel comfortable in. And like I said, you know your circumstance. You know your situation. So if you gotta go get one thing, if you gotta do one thing, okay, do it. But you don't need to rush through life because you're gonna miss so many little things. And like they will seem like little things until they start adding up. and then they become bigger things. And on that point, you don't need to be so afraid to age. I know that Gen Z has this real bad. Gen Alpha, I'm not really worried about what they think about aging, okay? Every teenager thinks 30 is old. If you're 30 and you're upset that a teenager said that you're old, girl, why you even care about that? They're teenagers. Of course, we are old to them. Duh. Anybody who still has teen in their name, everyone was old to me when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You don't need to be afraid to age though. Look, you can do whatever you want to do, right? You can do plastic surgery, you can work out, you can eat better, you can get you on some good skincare, whatever you want to do. But what will not happen, time will not slow down. It will not stop unless you die. Time is going. It waits for no man. It's a currency too expensive. No one can buy. You cannot buy time. So don't worry so much about aging because everyone does it. In 2020, we was all doing the renegade. It was the cororo, okay? It was the pandemic. And we was all up in there doing the renegade and being savages, classy, bougie, ratchet. And now 6 years has passed. You are 6 years older than you were at that time. And you from then would probably think someone 6 years older than you was so old. But then 6 years passed because that's how it works. Unless you go, you are going to age. Every second you are aging. What are you afraid of? People calling you old? Who cares? Why do you even care about that, girl? Stop caring about that. Who cares? Because, okay, they can say you've aged. Well, we all age. Time is coming for you too unless you die. So what? What now? What next? Are you still a baddie? Yes. Girl, you're a baddie. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. I've realized that a lot of young people, especially, because here's the thing. You don't really start thinking about turning 30 until you turn like 27, 28. Then you start thinking about turning 30. Okay, it only really sets in around that age. And then you realize that you can't stop it. It's happening, it's coming, and it's just a different part of life. But you don't change. And you probably think, if your instinct is to say, well, you should change. You should have this, and that. Do you have everything you think you're supposed to have for your age? Because there are people. Look, here's the reality. Well, I have this, that. There are people who are your age who have 10 times what you do. There are people your age who have 10 times less than you do. Stop being so damn judgmental. You don't have to live anybody's life but your own. Your own. So what you see Hannah do, maybe Hannah is a social media influencer with millions of dollars buying Birkins every week and driving a damn Ferrari, and y'all the same age. Y'all not doing the same stuff. Let Hannah be Hannah. That's Hannah. That's not you. That's Hannah. Because Martha might be struggling to make ends meet. She might be living in her parents' basement. She might be catching the bus to work. She might not have 2 pennies to rub together for herself because she got to pay for her little brother to eat food tonight. I don't know. And she could be your very same age. Are you going to worry about what everybody, well, you shouldn't be doing it. And you should. You're you. They're them. You're you. They're them. They're living their life, how they have to live. They know their circumstance. Do you think you need to remind somebody of their circumstance? Or do you just need to live your life for you? What you do. I think that on social media, people live lives according to or through social media, and they forget to be human behind the screen. You are human. You are doing what you can. You are doing, maybe you're not doing enough, maybe you're doing too much, whatever it is, but it's you. It's how you're choosing to live. You decide. Okay, but you don't need to decide for other people. You are not them. Oh, well, influencer Holly Mae Jenkins shouldn't have bought that car because that's not your car, that's her car. She's not being charitable. She's not you. She doesn't deserve her influence. Stop watching her. Like, just stop. Stop watching her. Block her. Protect your life. Protect your mind. Protect the things that you love because you are you. You don't have to love what social media tells you to love. You don't have to look how social media tells you to look. One thing I've also noticed, everybody want to fit into an aesthetic. I'm fairy core goth princess aesthetic and you're not because you have on a jean skirt and that is cottage core autumn fall brown coffee creamer aesthetic. you're a person. You could wear whatever you want to wear. You could like whatever you want to like. You don't have to live and breathe in an aesthetic. That's one thing that millennials didn't really have. Because look, I was born in 95. Oldest Gen Z is born in 97. We would have been at school together. Okay. We would have been to the same high school. We've been in the same elementary school. We were toddlers at the same time. We were teens at the same time. We grew up in the same era, essentially. So like, while I can't relate much to older millennials, older Gen Z, we're like the same exact thing. And we weren't, look, there was a lot of problems back then, but one thing is you just were who you were. You fit where you fit. And that's just what it is. There wasn't as much curation of aesthetics and the kind of person you have to act like and the kind of person you have to be. Like, it's very interesting to see. And younger millennials, even older millennials and older Gen Z, y'all will understand this well. Like, you're not Y2K Mick Bling baddie aesthetic. Girl, you're not Y2K, but because you don't live in Y2K. None of this stuff that you're wearing or listening to came out in your era. What's going on for you is everything that's outside is an iPhone that we did not have back then. And guess what? I wasn't Y2K McBling baddie because I was 7. I was 8, 9, 10. I wasn't wearing a crop top with bejeweled, bedazzled on me with 3 layers of eyeshadow. I wasn't doing any of that. Okay? I was a child. And it's like, sometimes I feel like there's this fear to step outside of this curated idea of a person that you think you have to be because that's what everybody appears to be on social media. You could wear all that shit and decide to wear some black pants and black belt and spikes the next day. It's all what you want. You do what you want. You be who you want to be. If you want to be super aesthetic, girl, that's fine. But here's my thing. I think that we should judge each other less because I see that there's this huge thing where it's like, if you don't fit into a certain style, if you don't fit into a certain belief, if you don't know the same jokes as everybody on TikTok, if you're not saying the same exact things, if you don't have the same exact opinion as everyone else, then people want to treat you like a pariah. Just don't be one of those people. Be whoever you want to be. You don't have to mold your personality and your worldview by the clothes you wear, the side of TikTok you're on, by the, you know what I mean? Because there's just so much of that. And one thing I've seen for like teens, because I have little brother, little sister, I have nieces and nephews. It's like one thing I see is they're so self-conscious. Well, that would be so embarrassing. Who cares? Okay, so the kid's gonna say something at your school, so say something back. Mind your business. Move. Do what you do. Move out my face and do what you do. Move out my face. We're not in school. Because you should only be watching this if you on your way towards 30, Miss Girl. Even if you're in your early 20s, we not in school. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's this judgmental, because it's rubbing off. I see even millennials going back and forth with teenagers and stuff. People in their early 20s talking about, millennials look younger than everybody else. And me, why are you going back and forth? Be you. Be comfortable with you. Why are you so insecure that you feel like, especially being insecure based off these about people who haven't even lived life? What old people say, keep living. Things will change. Things will be different. You will change. Your worldview will change. The more you travel, the more you explore, the more you talk to people, the more you read, the more you are outside, the more you have conversations with the people in your life, with strangers, things change. Your opinions change. The more things you see will change. It's okay. Because here's what you can do. You can always build confidence over time, but you do need to start right now. And you all that ranting I just did, there's a point to that. Okay, there's a purpose. Let's start building that confidence now, girly, because there's so many things that could make you not confident. There's so many things in my life that I'm insecure about. But here's where I start. The body, the shell, the mind. Gotta start here. It starts here and it goes out, okay? I'm financially insecure right now because I'm out of work. It's hard, but what do? Do I dwell on it, or do I try to make things better for myself? I gotta focus on making things better for myself. Focus on making things better for yourself. If it means getting some extra education, getting you a certificate, going back to school, if you can, like I said, you know your circumstances. You know what's going on in your life. If you can, do so. Keep looking for the jobs. Job market is terrible. I was laid off from my job. I had a nice little tech job. I got laid off. Okay, it happens. Life happens. Understand that life happens. But we have to figure it out. We just have to keep moving because there's other things that we want. There's other things that we want to do. So let's move towards that. Insecurity about how you look, not being confident about how you look, that's valid. I actually saw a TikTok about a girl who was telling everybody that she was having all these like issues because she's so pretty, and I don't really know. I didn't see the TikTok. All I saw was the discourse about the TikTok. And here's what I'll tell you about this. Maybe you've seen this. Maybe should I play it? Do you want to see it? Regardless, there's discourse about this girl who was saying she's so pretty, and things are so different now that she's pretty and she gets noticed a lot, and men maybe are fighting for her attention, whatever. I'm paraphrasing. I didn't see the video. What I did see was the responses to the video. And a lot of people were in her comments telling her she looked like various different people that they find unattractive, telling her she's unattractive. She called herself the beauty standard. A lot of people were offended by that. A lot of people were triggered by that. Understandably so in some cases. Here's the thing. How you respond to that kind of determines how people will perceive how you feel about yourself. If another girl saying that she's pretty offends you, makes you feel like lashing out at her, telling her she's wrong, we need to start looking inward, girly. You're not looking inward. You're looking outward. You are judging. You are projecting. Because what one girl feels about herself does not matter to me. I don't compare myself to other women. Okay? I appreciate women. That's what I do around here. I appreciate women. I don't compare myself to women. Do I think I'm the baddest of the bad, the best looking girl in the world? No, I don't, okay? But I don't need to think that. It doesn't hurt my feelings not to think that. I don't need to think that. Because what I do think is I'm gorgeous, beautiful, sexy, hot, gorgeous. And I don't think that in comparison to anyone else. I judge how I look and how I feel about how I look on my own metric. So when homegirl was talking about how pretty she is, it didn't make me mad. I don't care. I don't care what she thinks about herself. You think you're pretty? Cool. And I say this also because look, you want to know whether or not you can trust me? I say this as a girl who doesn't date, a girl who is chronically single. I don't base how I feel about how I look based off of what anybody says about it. Not a man, not a woman, not a parent, not a sibling, not a cousin, not a stranger on the streets. I look in the mirror and I'm comfortable with how I look because this is how I look. And you know what? Anything that I can't see or fix, look, only time I look at myself is when I'm in the mirror. Only time I look at myself is when I'm on the video. Anything anybody else see when I'm outside, that's on them. They looking at me, that's on them. Okay, I can't see me. I can't see my own face without a mirror or a camera or a reflection. And it's like, maybe I haven't always felt like that, but look, you will get to a point where you will feel like that because you can absolutely take more time to appreciate you, to feel you. Throw on some music. I would tell my friend this all the time. Throw on some music, and when you're about to get ready to go somewhere, look in the mirror and sing that song. Look at yourself. Compare you to you. Girl, yesterday, you did your makeup so good. Let's do it again like that today. Let's add some extra colors. Okay, let's add a little flick to our eyeliner. That was hot. When I did that last time, I felt sexy. I'm doing it again. That's how you need to start talking to yourself. That's how you need to start looking at yourself. Oh, I like when my hair is curly. I like when my hair is blonde. I like when my hair is short. I like when my hair is long. I'm going to do that again. Let me try a new style. Ooh, this one makes me feel so cute. That day I was feeling so cute. Wear more of that. Do more of that. Try new things. Figure out a style. Figure out makeup, hair, no makeup. If you said, ooh, girl, I was feeling myself when I was in nothing but lip gloss. Do what makes you comfortable, because guess what? When you're comfortable and you feel confident, everybody can also feel it. But you know what else people can feel is when you're insecure. And when you're insecure, people come at you like wolves. They come at you because they feel like they can, because they feel some sick pleasure in making you feel worse about yourself, making you feel bad about yourself. Don't give them the opportunity. Stop caring so much about what other people think. Girl, boo, girl, move. Move. Bye. I like how I look. I like how I feel. I like what I do. And also mental, physical health. Get into your hobbies. Have hobbies. Your hobbies are not your boyfriend's hobbies. Have your own hobbies. Your hobbies are not your kids' hobbies. Have your own hobbies. Your friends' hobbies, your own hobbies. You can have shared hobbies, but make sure you have your hobbies, things that you are unshaken about, things that you like, that you love. Be confident in the fact that you know how to do the things that you like to do. If you love music, if you like science, if you like sewing, if you like makeup, if you like designing things, if you like sports, whatever it is, be confident in the things that you like to do. Be confident in how determined you are to do those things. Be confident in how well you take in new information and about your passion for learning new things. If you're one of those type of people who love going to school, getting degrees, be confident and happy in the fact that you expand your knowledge and that you have things that can't be taken away from you. That's where you get your confidence. Once we figure out this, we figure out this. Once we figure out this, we figure out this. We do them in tandem. One's not more important than the other. Not always. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Because that's how life is. It ebbs and flows. Everybody acts like everything is so serious and so everything is so set in stone. You are a person. You can change, you can grow, you can shift. You can delight in the ability to do that because you're alive to do that. Because who you are should matter to you before it matters to anybody else. Appreciate your generosity. Appreciate how much you care about other people, about how much you care about the world, the animals, or whatever. Appreciate the things about you that make you feel good, that help others, that help, appreciate all the things about you. You can be many things because there's 24 hours a day and not everybody has to do the same exact thing every 24 hours. 8 hours of that you should be asleep. You should be getting your honk shoes. I just wanted to talk about this because, before you turn 30, there's so much that you are afraid of. But what I really want to say is there's so much that you should let go and there's so much that you should fully step into, because by the time you turn 30, you either are who you are or you're still learning. But you don't have to be either of those things. You don't have to be who you are by 30, and you don't have to be still learning. You could already know. But what matters is that you know that it's still okay to try new things. It's still okay to fail. It's still okay to neglect one thing for the other. What I'm telling you is live while you can. Love while you can. Don't love while you can. That's one thing that I regret, is that I wasn't open to love or anything like that earlier. I do feel like in certain ways I protected myself, but one thing that I can't be is hard on myself for how things turned out. Life happens. Shit happens. The circumstances aren't perfect for everybody. So it's okay. If you don't feel like you are where you need to be right now, it's okay. You've still got time. You've still got time because you're alive. I just think that the girls should not enter their 30s so afraid, because there's so much to be afraid of. But at the end of the day, you're just one person. You're just one person, and this is everybody's first time on earth. All the people. Take your opportunities to learn when you can, experience life when you can, have fun when you can, rest when you can, and don't beat yourself up about the things that you can't do, or that you haven't done, or that you are yet to do. Because your life, if you sitting here looking at me, it's not over. You're just 30. You're just gonna be 30. There are people in their 80s, 90s, 50s, 60s. Some of these people, you ain't even been here a fraction of the time. Well, I mean, definitely a fraction. But like, you feel me? There's some people who have been here 3 times your lifespan so far. And so much could happen in 40 years, in 50 years, in 20 years. Why are you worried about all of that? Worry about who you are right now and have fun. And that's all I have to say. Okay? Hopefully this is comforting. More than anything, like if you just needed to hear some stuff, girl, I said stuff. I certainly said it. And like I said at the beginning, nobody has 100% all the answers for you. Nobody does. My life has not been great up until now. It hasn't been horrible, but it hasn't been great. But I can't sit here and be like, well, it hasn't been great, and that's it. I don't have to put a period on my story. Period don't come until you die. So there's still, you never know. You never know what could happen. Good things, bad things, amazing things, incredible things, horrible. You just never know. So I've got to keep going, and so do you. So let's keep going. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.